Sai Srinath S. B. Automobile Engineering. Abhishek A. B. Mechanical Engineering. Ram Kishore K. B. Production Engineering. Hari Ganesh B. B. Automobile Engineering. Vel Kumar G. B. Mechatronics Engineering. Pooja SP. B. Manufacturing Engineering. Rajaselvan R. B. Mechanical and Automation Engineering. Muthuramalingam V. B. Marine Engineering. Ram Prakash M. B. Mechanical Engineering, Tamil Medium. Akshay Kumar GV. B. Mechanical Engineering. Apurva U. B. Aeronautical Engineering. Gayatri M. B. Industrial Engineering and Management. Faculty of Electrical Engineering, Hari Vishnu M. B. Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Ashik Roshan B. B. Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering. Pelluru Manaswini B. Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Director Jesse Rashmi Ramesh B. Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering. Sandhya M. B. Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering. Anu S. B. Instrumentation and Control Engineering. Faculty of Information Communication Engineering, Uday Prasad M. B. Computer Science and Engineering. Aishwarya Venkata Suresh Kumar B. Biomedical Engineering. Rajeshwaran R. B. Electronics and Communication Engineering. Bhargavi A.S. B. Computer Science and Engineering. Gajalakshmi R. B. Electronics and Communication Engineering. Pranav Krishna R. B. Biomedical Engineering. Naveen S. B. Tech Information Technology. Menaka A. B. Medical Electronics. Faculty of Technology, Yogesh R. B. Tech Chemical Engineering. Vijayalakshmi M. B. Tech Industrial Biotechnology. Joe Arun J. B. Tech Leather Technology. Lata Preeti B. B. Tech Textile Technology. Kishore P. B. Tech Food Technology. Shweta G. B. Tech Ceramic Technology. Mahashri J.R. B. Tech Pharmaceutical Technology. Abhinaya M. B. Tech Apparel Technology. Elvin Archila K. B. Tech Petroleum Engineering and Technology. Monica R. B. Tech Rubber and Plastics Technology. Kirtana K. B. Tech Biotechnology. Karthik Ramanan VG. B. Tech Chemical Engineering. Sandhya P. B. Tech Handloom and Textile Technology. Lakshana Devi M. B. Petrochemical Engineering. Lovely Datta, B.Tech Petroleum Engineering. Kirtika B, B.Tech Textile Chemistry. Abhinav Vishnu, B.Tech Textile Technology. Venkatakrishnan P, B.Tech Pharmaceutical Technology. Sethuraman N, B.Tech Petrochemical Technology. Gayatri S, B.Tech Food Technology. Esther Nivedita, B.Tech Chemical Engineering. Kirtana G, B.Tech Chemical and Electrochemical Engineering. Muthu Ruby, B.Tech Fashion Technology. Faculty of Architecture, Purani Abhirami H, B.Arch. Abhishek Narayan R.S., B.Arch. We thank the dignitaries on the dais for awarding the medals to rank holders. Honorable Chancellor, I present unto you the candidates Abhirami B and 1,812 others for the award of degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the faculties of Civil Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Information and Communication Engineering, Technology, Architecture and Planning, Science and Humanities, and Management Sciences, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees and diplomas in person. Honorable Chancellor, I present unto you the candidates Ilancherian D and other 3,66,309 candidates in absentia in the MS by Research, MPhil, postgraduate degree programs in ME, MTech, MArch, MPlan, MBA, MCA, MSc, and undergraduate degree programs in BE, BTech, BArch, BCA, and BSc in the faculties of Civil Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Information and Communication Engineering, Technology, Architecture and Planning, Science and Humanities, and Management Sciences, who have been certified after examination to be duly qualified to receive the degrees and diplomas. Thank you.
We humbly request our Chief Guest, Honorable Prime Minister of India, to deliver the convocation address.
Governor of Tamil Nadu, Shri R.N. Raviji, Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Shri M.K. Stalinji, Union Minister, Shri L. Muruganji, other ministers and dignitaries, Vice Chancellor of Anna University, Dr. R. Velrajji, my young friends, their parents, and teachers. Anevarukkum vanakkam. First of all, congratulations to all those who are graduating today in the Anna University's 42nd Convocation. You would have already built a future of yourself in your minds. Therefore, today is not only a day of achievements, but also of aspirations. I wish that all the dreams of our youth come true. This is also a special time for teaching staff and non-teaching staff, support staff at Anna University. You are nation builders who are creating the leaders of tomorrow. You have seen many batches come and go, but each batch is unique. They leave their own set of memories. I specifically wish the parents of those who are graduating today. Your sacrifices have been crucial to your child's achievement. Today, we are here to celebrate the achievements of our youth in the vibrant city of Chennai. In February 1897, 125 years ago, Swami Vivekananda spoke to the Madras Times. He was asked about his plan for the future of India. He said, and I quote, "My faith is in the younger generation, the modern generation. Out of them will come my workers. They will work out the whole problem like lions," unquote. Those words are still relevant. But this time, it is not only India that is looking towards its youths. The whole world is looking at India's youth with hope. Because you are the growth engines of the country. And India is the world's growth engine. It is a great honor. It is also a great responsibility, which I am sure you will excel in. Friends, when speaking of faith in our youth, how can we forget Bharat Ratna, former President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam? I'm sure that it is a matter of pride for everyone in the Anna University that Dr. Kalam was closely associated with this university. I've heard that the room he stayed in has been converted into a memorial. May his thoughts and values inspire our youth. Friends, we are graduating in unique times. Some will call it a time of global uncertainty, but I would call it a time of great opportunity. The COVID-19 pandemic was an unprecedented event. It was once in a century crisis that nobody had an user manual for. It tested every country. As you know, adversities reveal what we are made of. India faced the unknown confidently, thanks to its scientists, healthcare workers, professionals, and common people. As a result, today every sector in India is bursting with new life. Whether it is industry, innovation, investment, or international trade. India at the forefront. Our industry has risen to the occasion. For example, electronic manufacturing. In the last year, India was the world's second largest mobile phone manufacturer. Innovation is becoming a way of life. In just the last 6 years, the number of recognized startups increased by 15,000%. Yes, you heard that right. 15,000%. From just 417 in 2016, it is nearly 73,000 now. When industry and innovation do well, investments follow. Last year, India received a record FDI of over $83 billion. Our startups too received record funding post-pandemic. Above all this, India's position in the international trade dynamics is at its best ever. Our country recorded the highest ever exports of goods and services. We expected food grain at a crucial time for the world. We recently signed a trade deal with UAE to our west and with Australia to our east. India is becoming a vital link in global supply chains. We have the chance to make the greatest impact now as India is converting obstacles into opportunities. Friends, most of you have studied in streams related to engineering or technology. In this era of tech-led disruptions, there are three important factors in your favor. The first factor is there is a taste for technology. There is a growing sense of comfort with the use of technology. Even the poorest of the poor are adapting to it. Farmers use apps to get information about markets, weather, and prices. Homemakers are using technology to make their lives easier. Children are learning using technology. Small vendors are using digital payments. If you give them cash, some of them will actually tell you they prefer digital. India is the world leader in digital payments and fintech. A huge market for technological innovations is waiting for you to do your magic. The second factor is there is trust in risk takers. Earlier, at social occasions, it was difficult for a youngster to say he or she was an entrepreneur. People used to tell them to get settled, meaning get a salaried job. Now, the situation is opposite. People ask whether you have tried to start something on your own. Even if one is working in a job, it is seen a closer to work for startups. The rise of risk takers means two things for you. You can take risks on your own, or you can build upon the opportunities created by others. The third factor, there is temperament for reform. Earlier, there was a notion that a strong government means it should control everything and everyone. But we have changed this. A strong government does not control everything or everyone. It controls the system's impulse to interfere. A strong government is not restrictive, but is responsive. A strong government does not move into every domain. It limits itself and makes space for people's talent. A strong government strength lies in its humility to accept that it cannot know or do everything. This is why you see reforms in every sphere that make greater space for the people and their freedom. The new national education policy ensures greater freedom for youth to take decisions according to evolving situations. The scrapping of nearly 25,000 compliances is boosting ease of living. Removal of angel tax, removal of retrospective tax, and reduction of corporate tax are encouraging investments and industry. The reforms in drones, space, and geospatial sectors are opening up new avenues. The reforms in the infrastructure sector through PM Gati Shakti Master Plan are creating world-class infrastructure at speed and scale. There is taste for technology, trust in risk takers, temperament for freedom, for reform. All these factors are creating a platform for you where opportunities are created, sustained, and grown. Friends, the next 25 years are crucial for both you and India. It is the Amrit Kal leading up to the 100th year of independence. We are lucky that many young people like you will build their own future as well as India's. So, your growth is India's growth. Your learnings are India's learnings. Your victory is India's victory. So when you make your plans for yourself and your family, remember that you are automatically making plans for India too. It is a historic opportunity that only your generation has. Take it and make the best out of it. Once again, congratulations and all the best. Thank you.
University. We shall uphold and advance social order and the well-being of our fellow members, and shall devote all our energy to promote the unity, integrity, and secular ideal of our country. By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of Anna University, I admit you to the degrees and diplomas in the faculties of Civil Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, Electrical Engineering, Information and Communication Technology, Architecture and Planning, Science and Humanities, and Management Sciences, for which you have been declared qualified in this university, and in token thereof, you have been presented with those degrees and diplomas, and I authorize you to wear the robes ordained as the insignia of your degrees.
Let the candidates be seated.
I dissolve this convocation.
National Anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष माहे कागे दव जय गादा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
तो आप ये सीधा कार्यक्रम देख रहे थे चेन्नई में अन्ना यूनिवर्सिटी से, जहां पर प्रधानमंत्री ने दीक्षांत समारोह को वहां पर संबोधित किया है और 69
and exhilarates each and every one of us. Today is a day that we will remember forever and ever, because this is a milestone and a moment that we will cherish. We'd also like to welcome the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Thiru R.N. Ravi, Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Thiru M.K. Stalin, Union Minister for Information, Broadcasting and Youth Affairs and Sports, Thiru Anurag Singh Thakur avargal, Honorable Union Minister of State for Fisheries, Dairy, Information and Broadcast, Thiru L. Murugan avargal, Honorable Minister for Climate Change and Youth Welfare and Sports Development, Government of Tamil Nadu, Thiru Shivavi Meyyanadan avargal, the President of the International Chess Federation, Mr. Arkady Dvorkovich. அடுத்ததாக 100 கருவிகளால் இசைக்கப்படும் இந்தியாவின் நேஷனல் ஆந்தம். அதனைத் தொடர்ந்து தமிழ் தாய் வாழ்த்து. அனைவரையும் தாழ்மையுடன் எழுந்து நிற்குமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம். We now request all of you to rise for the performances of the national anthem of India, followed by the invocation to the motherland, Mother Tamil, presented by James Vasantan's 100-piece choir, requesting everyone to kindly stay risen for the national as well as the state anthem. Thank you. Thank you very much. You may kindly be seated. Moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for me to welcome the Honorable Minister for Youth Welfare and Sports Development, Government of Tamil Nadu, Thiru Shivavi Meyyanathan avargal, to render the welcome address.
Dignitaries and the dais and off the dais, good evening. I take immense pride in welcoming you all to India and to Tamil Nadu for the inauguration of the 44th FIDE Chess Olympiad 2022. Chennai, aptly known as the capital of chess in India, is all set to host one of the biggest international sporting events from 28 July to 10th August 2022. The government of Tamil Nadu and All India Chess Federation have stood shoulder to shoulder and have here successfully raced against time to make the 44th Chess Olympiad an unprecedented sporting experience for the players and spectators alike. We express our sincere thanks to Government of India for extending all cooperation in this endeavor. We deem it an absolute honor that our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi is with us today to inaugurate the event. This Olympiad would not have been possible at the scale without the continued support and consistent encouragement shown by the Union Government led by the Honorable Prime Minister. We welcome the Honorable Prime Minister to this prestigious event. It's my pleasure to welcome Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Thiru R.N. Ravi. Dreams come true, but for that, it is essential to conceive an idea in the first place. Our Honorable Chief Minister has made this possible. Being a sportsperson himself, he meticulously planned each and every step of this esteemed international tournament marked by the class and grandeur. It's my privilege to welcome Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Thiru Muthuvel Karunanidhi Stalin. I would like to express my hearty welcome to Honorable Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting and Youth Affairs and Sports, Thiru Anurag Singh Thakur. We are grateful for the unwavering cooperation and guidance of the Union Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. My special welcome to Honorable Union Minister of State, Thiru L. Murugan. It's my privilege to welcome RKD Tavakoch, President of PIDE, and all other dignitaries on and off of the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely honored to have you here as our guest today. Sports transcends national, ethnic, racial, and linguistic boundaries apart from being a glorious quest for human excellence. After enduring one of the greatest health crises in human history in the form of COVID pandemic, here we are here. As one big family, we are as marked the global solidarity. With this spirit, we are extremely delighted you have around 2,000 participants and thousands of spectators from all over the world. People of Tamil Nadu, welcome you all with great love and affection. Once again, on behalf of Government of India, the Government of Tamil Nadu, and the All India Chess Federation, I extend very warm welcome to all of you. We sincerely hope that your experience in Chennai will be cherished forever. இந்த மகத்தான நிகழ்வை காட்சி ஊடகங்கள் மூலம் கண்டு மகிழும் உலகெங்கும் ஆளும் கோடிக்கணக்கான தமிழ் நெஞ்சங்களுக்கு என் வணக்கத்தையும் வாழ்த்துக்களையும் கூறி நிறைவு செய்கிறேன். வணக்கம், நன்றி.
Nandri, sir. Moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, we'd now like to invite the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Thiru M.K. Stalin Avargal, to felicitate the Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi Avargal. Once again, beautiful moment unveils itself in front of our eyes, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu felicitates the Honorable Prime Minister of India. Sir, ungalai gauravipadil engalukku mikavum magizhchi. Thank you so much for being here once again. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, you may be aware that we are home to the oldest living language still in use. In addition, this is also amongst the oldest continuing civilizations in the entire world. Our next event depicts the genesis, the evolution of one of the oldest civilizations. This act, this stunning act, has been choreographed by Shamak Davar and performed by his dance company. And the person who has lent his voice to this act is none other than our very own Ulaga Nayagan Kamal Hassan avargal. Kamal sir உடைய குரலில் தமிழ் மொழி, தமிழ் கலாச்சாரம், தமிழினுடைய பெருமையை காண்போமா?
கல் தோன்றி மண் தோன்றா காலத்தே வாளோடு முன் தோன்றி மூத்த கொடி. An excerpt from the புறப்பொருள் வெண்பா மாலை, a treatise from the 6th century, describes me as the one that existed before agriculture. I have seen kingdoms come and go. I have seen battles of wit and more. Amidst each of you, I'm here to tell a story, the greatest of them all, the Tamil soil's story, my Tamil man. Welcome. I am everywhere. I was there when the first block of wood was carved, the first king was crowned, the first ship set to sea, and I'm there when all the glory now lies beneath the sand. The value of what we unearth, a broken pot, a dirtied coin, a wooden toy, or a rusted iron tool from 4,000 years ago, is as priceless and timeless as the history it comes from, the Tamil land that it comes from. History begins at the beginning of time itself. Our culture took its first steps along with the early man. The village of Adirambakam holds stone tools as old as 1.5 million to 385,000 years of age. Mailadumparai unearthed tools and rock art from 4,200 years ago. We were witnesses to the age of iron, smelting and wielding its power at a time as old as 2000 BC. Able to generate our own heat of more than 1,500 degrees Celsius. This was just the beginning. Then came the time of the leaping tiger, the Chora Empire. Twin fish, the Pandya Empire. And the glorious bow an arrow, the emblem of the Cheras. Trinity of Tamil royalty, under whom flags soared high and the land flourished and Tamil rejoiced. The Cheras, the Cholas, and the Pandyas. It was a time of true innovation. It was the time of the people. We were industrious, even before it was a word in the West. Dating back to the 6th century BC, we used terracotta pipes for irrigation, establishing our core livelihood, agriculture and farming. Society began to thrive. Life was rich and livelihood grew under the able administration of the kings. In the 1st century, the great Karigala Choran built the oldest of dams, Kallanai, or the stone dam, over the river Kaveri, operational even after 2,000 years of its existence. The 10th century Chola creation, the Veeranarayanapuram Reservoir, built by man, nourishes us with water till date. And as agriculture prospered, trade made its way. We traveled and traded with lands near and far, all the way up to Philippines. Owing to the vision of a great Chola king, Rajendra Cholan, we crossed the unforgiving Indian Ocean in the 10th century. He was the first to introduce the concept of an admiral. The INS Rajendra of the Indian Navy is a salute to that man and his marvels. When the sea was still a stranger, and the shores became our friends. We were a civilized society, educated in the ways of life and the needs of those around us. In Kuradi, pots and earthen vessels bore names of their owners. A democratic election for the village head held in the 10th century under the rule of Parandagat Choran shows our people as able thinkers that they are. This thought, this community, this Tamil built the culture and society of yesterday and today. And our culture is as vast as the minds that created them, with a contribution to every form of art. Our martial art, Silambam, the dance of the wooden staff, showcases utmost discipline, showmanship, and grit. bringing with it the surge of energy since the time of Kalitugai. An ancient text comes as sport like none other. Yeru Thaluvudal, or embracing of the bull, famously known as Jallikattu, a sport of the masses. This sport is not man versus animal, but man and animal in harmony. Our dance forms are as diverse as us in the classical elegance of Bharatanatyam. Dance forms of our people that we know as Nattupurakkalaikal, or folk art. This robust energy of movement is met with the tranquility of the still. Our artisans and architects were ahead of their times, and who better to speak for that than I? Monuments from a single stone, studied as monolithic structures in the modern day. The flawless, smooth pillars of Susindram temple carved from a single stone. Mamallapuram, home of the Show Temple and the Five Rathas, the Museum of Indian Architecture. Over 2,000 years ago, the Pandyan king began 3 scholarly institutions called Sangams. Tolkappiyam is one of the oldest books of grammar for a language of today. Aindinai spoke of the vast terrain and their stories. Kurunji, Mullai, Marudam, Neidal, and Palai. And the Silappadigaram brings to light of progressive practices such as Sakyar Kuttu, a dance form where all are seen as equal. And on that note of equality comes the hero of her times, a feminist icon blazing through a courtroom of injustice, fighting to prove her husband's innocence, bearing the anklet of truth, a truth that the king refuses to see. So let's break the anklet, she says, and spill the queen's pearls. Bang goes the second anklet. The king is shocked to see the scattered rubies. The third and final anklet breaks. The truth engulfs not only the court of the king, but the entire city of Madurai. Tamil literature covered the ways of life and has nurtured many voices over the years. Tirukkural, the treatise for the whole world, holding in it 1,330 verses and 133 chapters about the ways and doings of man, is an ode to poetry itself. The poet's statue, the Thiruvalluvar statue in Kanyakumari, is testament to that. Our national bard, Bharatiyar, sang songs of liberation, and his disciple, Bharatidasan, carried the legacy, bringing reform to society. And the Tamil people of today put us on the map with our soaring GDP, pioneering at every touch in healthcare, automobile, and technology. The tradition of art has now evoked our love for cinema, boasting of one of the most inspiring creative industries. Tamil cinema is a benchmark of excellence in entertainment. And our Tamil has grown far beyond this land, this man. We are part of the world, residing in 180 countries around us. No story comes without its hardships. Shaken by tsunamis, the floods, the earthquakes, and the droughts, our people face the hardest and the most trying of times. But we rose stronger, our legacy ever growing. And as we witness the magic together, it is no more just my story, but ours. Yadam Ure, Yavarum Kelir. This is our world, and these are our people.
தமிழன் என்று சொல்லடா தலை நிமிர்ந்து நில்லடா. There is no better way to describe what we've seen in front of us other than that one very strong, very powerful line. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to director Vignesh Shivan, who has conceptualized this piece and he's taken us into this wondrous journey that depicts Tamil Mann in all its glory. The music was composed by Navneet. Kudos to the entire team. Moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very exciting performance coming your way. Enjoy Enjami, a Tamil song sung by very, very popular singers Dhi and Arivu, composed by Santosh Narayan, celebrates how our ancestors coexisted with nature. The chorus, Enjoy Enjami, Vango Vango Onnagi, literally translates to enjoy and come together as one, a befitting tribute to the Chess Olympiad. Ladies and gentlemen, proudly presenting Enjoy Enjami.
பாரு மீன் கொத்தி குக்கு குக்கு தண்ணிகளோடும் தவளைக்கு குக்கு குக்கு கம்பளி பூச்சி தங்கச்சி அள்ளி மலர் கொடி அங்கதமே ஒட்டார ஒட்டார சந்தனமே உள்ள மலர் கொடி முத்தாரமே எங்கூரு குத்தாளமே
துருக்க பையமா வெத்தல மட்டையம்மா சுமந்த கையம்மா மத்தலம் கொட்டியம்மா தாயம்மா என்ன பண்ண மாயம்மா பள்ளியம்மா வேறாண்டி சங்கதிய கூறாண்டி கண்ணடிய காணாண்டி இந்த
அன்னக்கிளி அடியால மர கிழவண்ண கிளி நல்லபடி வாழ சொல்லி இந்த மண்ணை கொடுத்தானே பூர்வ குடி அம்மாங்கர காணியெல்லாம் பாடி திரிஞ்சானே ஆதிக்குடி நாயி நரி பூனைக்கும் தான் இந்த ஏரி குளம் கூட சொந்தமடி என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ வாங்கோ ஒன்னாகி அம்மா அம்பாரி இந்த அம்மாரி என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ வாங்கோ ஒன்னாகி அம்மா அம்பாரி இந்த அம்மாரி குக்கு குக்கு முட்டைய போடும் கோழிக்கு குக்கு குக்கு ஒப்பனை யாரு மயிலுக்கு குக்கு குக்கு பச்சைய பூசும் பாசிக்கு குக்கு குக்கு குச்சிய அடுக்குன கூட்டுக்கு
ஆடுபட்ட மக்கா மரப்பு மேட்டுக்கார வேர்வ தண்ணி சுக்கா மினுக்கு நாட்டுக்கார அகாட்டி கருப்பட்டி ஊதாங்கோடு மண்ணு சட்டி அதோட கூடு கட்டி ஆரம்பிச்ச நாகரிகம் ஜனக்கு ஜன மக்களே உப்புக்கு சப்பு கொட்டு முட்டைக்குள்ள சட்டு கொட்டு அடைக்கு ரத்தம் கொட்டு கிட்டி புல்லு வெட்டு வெட்டு
அஞ்சு மரம் வளர்த்த அழகான தோட்டம் வச்ச தோட்டம் செழிச்சாலும் என் தொண்டை
கடலே கரையே வனமே சனமே நிலமே கொலமே இடமே தடமே என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ வாங்கோ ஒன்னாகி அம்மா அம்பாரி இந்த அம்மாரி என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ வாங்கோ ஒன்னாகி அம்மா அம்பாரி இந்த அம்மாரி பாட்டம் பூட்டம் காத்த பூமி ஆட்டம் போட்டு காட்டும் சாமி காட்டு நந்தா சுத்தி வந்தா சேவ கூவிச்சு அது போட்டு வச்ச எச்சம் தானே காடா மாறிச்சு நம்ம நாடா மாறிச்சு இந்த வீடா மாறிச்சு
என்ன குறை என் சீனி கரும்புக்கு என்ன குறை என் செல்ல பேராண்டிக்கு என்ன குறை பந்தலின பாவக்கா விதக்கல்ல விட்டிருக்கு அது விதக்கல்ல விட்டிருக்கு அப்பனத்தா விட்டதுங்க
என்ஜாய் என்ஜாமி கேட்டு பார்த்து எல்லாருமே நிறைய என்ஜாய் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க அப்படின்னு முழுமையா நாங்க நம்புறோம். சிங்கர்ஸ் தி மற்றும் மாரியம்மாள் ரெண்டு பேருக்குமே ஒரு பலத்த கரகோஷம் கொடுக்குமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம், along with the team of course. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd now like to invite the Honorable Union Minister of State for Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Information and Broadcasting, Thiru L. Murugan avargal, to deliver his address.
பெருமதிப்பிற்கும் மரியாதைக்கும் உரிய மாண்புமிகு பாரத பிரதமர் திரு நரேந்திர மோடிஜி அவர்களே, மாண்புமிகு தமிழகத்தினுடைய கவர்னர் திரு ஆர்.என். ரவிஜி அவர்களே, மாண்புமிகு தமிழகத்தினுடைய முதலமைச்சர் திரு எம்.கே. ஸ்டாலின் அவர்களே, மத்திய விளையாட்டு மற்றும் தகவல் துறையினுடைய அமைச்சர் மரியாதைக்குரிய திரு அனுராக் சிங் தாக்கூர் அவர்களே, தமிழக விளையாட்டுத்துறையினுடைய அமைச்சர் மாண்புமிகு அண்ணன் சிவ மெய்யப்பநாதன் அவர்களே, செஸ் இன்டர்நேஷனல் செஸ் ஃபெடரேஷனுடைய தலைவர் திரு ஆர்.கே.டி. டேவர்கோவிச் அவர்களே, மற்றும் இந்த நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு வருகை புரிந்திருக்கும் சகோதரர்களே, உலக நாடுகள் முழுவதும் வந்திருக்கின்ற செஸ் வீரர்கள், உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் என்னுடைய அன்பு கலந்த வணக்கங்களை தெரிவித்துக் கொண்டு, 2 மாதங்களுக்கு முன்னால் 26/5/2022 நம்முடைய பாரத பிரதமர் திரு நரேந்திர மோடிஜி அவர்கள் இதே இடத்திலிருந்து தமிழகத்திற்கு பல இன்ஃப்ராஸ்ட்ரக்சர் உள்கட்டமைப்பு திட்டங்களை தொடங்கி வைத்தார்கள். தொடங்கி வைத்துவிட்டு 2 மாதத்தில் மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு வரலாற்று சாதனையை செய்திருக்கிறார்கள். சாதாரண ஒரிசாவிலிருந்து சாதாரண ஒரு கிராமத்தில் பிறந்து நாம் இன்றைக்கு 75 சுதந்திர தினம் கொண்டாடி கொண்டிருக்கின்றோம். 75 ஆண்டுகளாக நடக்காத ஒரு விஷயத்தை இன்று செய்து வரலாற்று நாயகனாக நம்முடைய மாண்புமிகு பாரத பிரதமர் திரு நரேந்திர மோடிஜி அவர்கள் திருமதி முர்மு அவர்களை இந்திய ஜனாதிபதியாக்கி இன்று வரலாற்று சாதனை தலைவராக நம்முடைய பிரதமர் நரேந்திர மோடிஜி அவர்கள் சமூக நீதியினுடைய தலைவராக இங்கு வந்திருக்கிறார்கள். இந்த 8 ஆண்டுகளில் எண்ணற்ற திட்டங்களை நமக்கு கொடுத்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றார். தமிழகத்தினுடைய வளர்ச்சி, தமிழ்நாட்டினுடைய பாரம்பரியம், தமிழ் மொழியினுடைய சிறப்பு உலகம் முழுவதும் எடுத்து சென்றதன் பெருமை நம்முடைய பாரத பிரதமர் திரு நரேந்திர மோடிஜி அவர்களுக்கு சாரும். ஐநாவிலே யாதும் ஊரே யாவரும் கேளீர் என்று முழக்கமிட்டார்கள். தன்னுடைய சொந்த தொகுதியில வாரணாசியில நம்முடைய முண்டாசு கவிஞர் பாரதி அவர்களுக்கு இருக்கை அமைத்து தமிழகத்திற்கு மேலும் பெருமை சேர்த்து தமிழகத்தினுடைய பாரம்பரியத்தை, தமிழகத்தினுடைய தலைவர்களை பெருமைப்படுத்திய தலைவர் நம்முடைய பிரதமர் திரு நரேந்திர மோடிஜி அவர்கள் இங்கு வந்திருக்கிறார்கள். அவர்களை தமிழக மக்கள் சார்பாக, தமிழர்களுடைய சார்பாக இங்கு வருக என தெரிவித்துக் கொண்டு, வானோங்கி வாழும் உலகமெல்லாம் மன்னவன் கோலோக்கி வாழும் குடி. எப்படி பொதுமக்கள் மழையை வேண்டி இருக்கிறார்களோ, மழையை நம்பி இருக்கிறார்களோ, ஒரு நல்ல சிறந்த ஆட்சியை நம்மளுடைய பிரதமர் திரு நரேந்திர மோடிஜி அவர்கள் கொடுத்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார். அந்த சிறந்த ஆட்சியை கொடுத்து கொண்டு இந்த 8 ஆண்டுகளில் ஏழைகளினுடைய நலன், சேவை, குட் கவர்னன்ஸ், நல்ல ஒரு ஆட்சியை கொடுத்து கொண்டிருக்கின்ற பிரதமர் திரு நரேந்திர மோடிஜி அவர்களும் இன்றைக்கு அவர்களை வருக என வரவேற்பதோடு, இன்றைக்கு தமிழகத்தில் இந்த அரிய ஒரு உலகத்திலேயும் தமிழகத்தில் இந்தியாவில் முதல் முறையாக இந்த செஸ் போட்டி நடத்துவதற்கு மிக காரணம் நம்முடைய பிரதமர் திரு நரேந்திர மோடிஜி அவர்களும் நம்முடைய தமிழக முதலமைச்சர் அண்ணன் மாண்புமிகு திரு ஸ்டாலின் அவர்களும் இணைந்து இன்றைக்கு இவ்வளவு பெரிய ஒரு புரோகிராமை, இவ்வளவு பெரிய ஒரு நிகழ்ச்சியை இன்றைக்கு இங்கு நம் உலக நாடுகளுக்கு எடுத்துக்காட்டாக நம்முடைய சென்னையில் நம்மளுடைய இந்த செஸ் நிகழ்ச்சியை நடத்துவதில் நமக்கு மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு பெருமிதத்தோடு சப்கா சாத் சப்கா விகாஸ் என்பது நம்மளுடைய பிரதமருடைய கனவு. அதே போல நம்மளுடைய பிரதமர் விளையாட்டுத்துறையில தமிழர்களுக்கு பல்வேறு பெருமையை சேர்த்திருக்கிறார்கள். தமிழ்நாட்டிலிருந்து 4 விளையாட்டு வீரர்களுக்கு பத்மஸ்ரீ அவார்டை கொடுத்திருக்கிறார்கள். அனிதா ஆகட்டும், சரத்கமல் அர்ச்சனா ஆகட்டும், திரு மாரியப்பன் ஆகட்டும், திரு சகோதரி தீபிகா பள்ளிகள் ஆகட்டும், இவர்களெல்லாம் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸில் சாதனை செய்தார்கள். அவர்களை பெருமைப்படுத்தி பத்மஸ்ரீ அவார்டும் கொடுத்து நம்மளுடைய பிரதமர் விசனரி பிரதமராக இன்றைக்கு ஆசாதிகா அம்ருத் மகா உற்சவம் சுதந்திர பெருவிழா 75 கொண்டாடி கொண்டிருக்கின்ற இந்த நேரத்தில் தமிழகத்தில் இந்த அருமையான ஒரு செஸ் போட்டி நடத்துகின்ற இந்த இந்தியா அவர்களுடைய முழு முயற்சியும் தமிழக அரசாங்கத்தினுடைய முயற்சியோடு இந்த அருமையான நிகழ்ச்சியில் பங்கு பெற்றிருக்கின்ற உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் என்னுடைய அன்பு கலந்த வாழ்த்துக்களையும் நன்றிகளையும் தெரிவித்துக் கொண்டு உலகம் முழுவதும் வந்திருக்கின்ற விளையாட்டு வீரர்களுக்கும் என்னுடைய வாழ்த்துக்களையும் நன்றிகளையும் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம். ஜெய்ஹிந்த், ஜெய் பாரத்.
Ramanandri sir. Our next item on the agenda, ladies and gentlemen, is to invite President FIDE, Mr. Arkady Djokovic, to address the gathering. A big round of applause. Let's welcome him to the podium.
Your Excellencies, Mr. Prime Minister, Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu State, Honorable Ministers, players, arbiters, my fellow council and management members, delegates from all around the world, people of Chennai, people of Tamil Nadu, all chess friends. First of all, let me thank on behalf of all of you, those people who delivered this great performance today. We really enjoyed it, didn't we? Yes, we did. I think it was really great. It showed the tradition, the culture of both Tamil Nadu State and the whole India. A country that brought us back to real chess, brought us back to the Olympiad, the biggest chess event in the world, a real festival of chess. And we are really thankful, we are grateful to the government of India, to the government of Tamil Nadu for taking both the risk but honor as well to organize and host this Olympiad in such a short period of time. And you delivered. You delivered. We feel it every second, every minute, every hour. We feel that people really contribute, really put all their efforts into making all of us happy, to show the best possible chess, to make people enjoy it, to make people happy. It's really overwhelming. And we are all touched by how people are trying to pass their love to chess, pass their love to all the players, all the team, all the countries, to each of us. And we are really thankful for that. We have the great role models here. Anand Vishwanathan, Hampi Canero, Hari Kadronavali. Great people to follow. Of course, the world champion, Magnus Carlsen, is here. So these role models will lead us to the future, and we should follow. And I do believe that this Olympiad will not just be a single event. It will change chess in India. It will make it 10 times bigger. I really believe into that. Starting from schools and spreading all around. And it will change the chess world as well. We are united. We are one family. And it's going to be like this forever. Thanks a lot. Have a great Olympiad. 44th FIDE Chess Olympiad here in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. And thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to welcome to the podium the Honorable Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting and Youth Affairs and Sports, Thiru Anurag Singh Thakur. Please join us on the podium, sir, with a big round of applause from all of you, please.
Honorable Prime Minister of India, respected Thiru Narendra Modi ji, Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, respected R.N. Ravi ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, respected M.K. Stalin ji, Union Minister of State for Information Broadcasting, Government of India, Dr. L. Murugan ji, President FIDE and my very dear friend, Mr. Kadir Dwarkovich ji, Minister of Environment, Climate Change, Youth Welfare and Sports, Mr. Siva Mayanathan ji, chess players from all across the world, chess lovers, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen, Vanakkam, Namaste, a very good evening to all of you. We are gathered here today for an incredibly momentous and historic occasion. India is the land where the game of chess originated. And as the country's sports minister, there is a feeling of pride in me to see India hosting this prestigious event for the first time in the history. Just over a month ago, we celebrated the first ever torch relay of the Chess Olympiad in Delhi. And today, here we all set for the tournament to begin. 40 days ago, the torch was handed over to the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, who then handed it over to our chess legend, Vishwanathan Anand. Today, yet again, we welcome our beloved dynamic Prime Minister, who has time and again shown his unwavering support for sports and sports persons. I am pleased to share that the first ever Chess Olympiad torch relay traveled through 75 iconic locations, celebrating the occasion of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, India's 75th year of independence. The torch covered 27,277 kilometers across the nation, and we witnessed enthusiastic support and garnering momentum of millions of fans across the country. Some of the iconic locations included Red Fort in Delhi, Amar Mahal in Jammu and Kashmir, Statue of Unity in Kevadia, Gujarat, and the Atari border in Amritsar, Punjab, Har Ki Pauri in Haridwar, Uttarakhand, Taj Mahal in Agra, Uttar Pradesh, and the historic Gandhi Ashram in Dandi, Gujarat, Tirupati in Andhra Pradesh, before finally reaching the 75th location, Mahabalipuram, the iconic venue of the tournament. India is well and truly delighted to be hosting the 44th Chess Olympiad in India. So I also like to take this opportunity to say Atithi Devo Bhava, or as we could say here, Virunadhi Nare Kadaval. India welcomes all the teams from across the world. Honorable Prime Minister Modi, your continued support and passion inspires all of us to work towards the betterment of sport and make India a global sporting nation. Sports in India is growing and getting stronger every single day. We have identified a grassroots to games talent identification format that nurtures talent from the university to the national and ensures a play field to podium finish. In the last few months, we have organized the hugely successful Khelo India Games, Khelo India Youth Games, and the Khelo India University Games, where more than 15,000 players and officials participated. Young athletes across the nation get access to the state-of-the-art infrastructure, and they are identified young, and there is clear pathway. From being the Khelo India athlete to being part of the TOPS development program, to being a part of the top score group, to being part of the Olympic podium and making the nation proud. Across sports and across regions, India is building a robust sports infrastructure, ecosystem and culture. Currently under the Khelo India scheme, more than 300 infrastructure projects worth rupees 2,700 crores are under construction. I would also like to take this opportunity to wish all our participants, the highest ever contingent in Chess Olympiad, all the very best. I also acknowledge and thank the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Mr. M.K. Stalin, and his entire team, Government of India officials, Sports Authority of India, and All India Chess Federation for their untiring efforts to make this event a grand success. And I'm sure they are going to make it comfortable for all the participants and the chess players who have come from various parts of the world. This is also the centenary year of Shri Satyajit Ray, a legendary Indian filmmaker who made a historic film called Shatranj Ke Khiladi, which depicts the game of chess in a creative visual way. One of the key lessons that chess teaches us, and this lesson can be adopted by other sports persons and people in life, is this. Sometimes, in order to move 2 steps forward, you must take 2 steps back. Waiting patiently, evaluating your situation, and knowing the right moment to play your move is the key to success on the chessboard and in life as a whole. Chess is a game that tests your ability to plan ahead and outwit your opponent through tactical moves and engaging them with your line of defense. The game is already won or lost is in your head. Every move is an opportunity to outmaneuver your opponent and eventually emerge as Grandmaster on the world stage. I firmly believe that the hosting of Chess Olympiad in India will act as a catalyst to the interest even more, to make interest in the game of chess even more among the youngsters, both as a hobby and professionally. I won't take more time. With these words, I wish you have a very pleasant stay in India and get a chance to explore the rich cultural heritage of our great diverse nation. It wasn't easy to host this event in less than 3 months span. Nobody in the world could do it, but India has done it. Thank you once again. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat.
Thank you very much, sir. சர்வதேச சதுரங்க போட்டியின் தீபம் ஏற்றுதல் இப்பொழுது நடைபெற உள்ளது. டெல்லியில் நம் மாண்புமிகு பாரத பிரதமர் துவங்கி வைத்த இந்த சுடர் 75 மாநகரங்களை கடந்து இன்று சென்னைக்கு வந்துள்ளது. இந்த 75 நகரங்கள் நம் நாடு விடுதலை பெற்று 75 ஆண்டுகள் ஆனதை குறிக்கின்றது. Ladies and gentlemen, light